Hello, social media friends. I'm Viridiana Marquez with DRB Media Communications Digital News, and Danny Barrera has the story.
On Thursday, November 16th, during a regular scheduled meeting of the Ector County Commissioners, residents of West Odessa presented a petition of around 400 signatures to the Commissioners' Court prior to executive session. The petition was very broad in scope and contained no specific issues to be remedied.
There's also things that the citizens can do. They provided us a petition, but the petition with the close to 400 signatures was very blanket. And it was not descriptive. It did not call for a new election. It did not do a recall election or anything else. It was merely saying that they are dissatisfied with ECUD. And that's something that we need to take into consideration, that there are 400 upset constituents, but in any community, there's going to be upset citizens about the way a government acts.
West Odessa residents complain that ECUD officials that include former Ector County Judge Debbie Hayes, who is currently the general manager for the Ector County Utility District, violate the Taxing Entities Open Meetings Act and violate their bylaws.
As we continue to unfold, the following of rules is not something that's in her MO. We see it with the violation of the bylaws, with coming up with a scheme to keep the public out of a meeting. We had high hopes that as somebody who held this position for a full term, that she would bring some normalcy to that entity and would bring the following of rules and of state law and state statute, but she simply is not.
Shirley Jo Kelly, a resident of West Odessa, started attending ECUD meetings over a year ago and had high hopes that things would get better.
I started going to ECUD meetings probably over a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, a little over a year ago, 16 months maybe, and started taking notes. And I kept thinking, well, things are going to get better, and it never got better. I thought maybe we'd get, more people with water out there. And in the last few years, they've only put in 100 hookups.
West Odessa has a large and growing Hispanic population. Sylvia Garcia wants to see more diversity on the ECUD board.
There is no transparency. There is no representation on the ECUD board of any Hispanics, Latinos, whatever you want to call us. But there's nothing. And this has been going on since 1976. I would love for them to get rid of the present board, ECUD board, and appoint somebody new that will give us transparency, give non-Anglos an opportunity to serve. We're willing. We're here. The diversity is here in this courtroom. It's obvious that we are concerned citizens, and we want to have that opportunity.
The Ector County Utility District was formed in 1976 under the mandate of the Ector County Commissioners Court of that year. Therefore, the current County Commissioners Court believes they have the authority to investigate the ECUD violations that West Odessa residents are alleging.
According to the Texas Water Code, all water utility district elections must take place in May of even number years. And so the fact that they held an election last November is in direct contradiction to the Texas Water Code. Every single other water utility district in the state of Texas holds their elections in May. Why aren't they holding theirs? And then, which brings us to our next concern, is at the last meeting, their general manager had indicated that they are in no way looking at a May election, this upcoming May, in an even numbered year, but they're actually looking at a November election, again in violation of the Water Code.
For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Danny Barrera.
Thank you for following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and our website, DRB Media Communications Digital News.tv. For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Viridiana Marquez.